All right, here we go. Top of the ninth. Yankees lead it 9-6. This save opportunity brought to you by Workman's Circle Multi-Care Center. Top of the order for the Blue Jays. George Springer, first hitter, right-hander, Bednar deals. Breaking ball, first pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Springer 0 for 2 against Bednar. David came on to get the last 2 outs of the 8th inning. Crowd got quiet. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1-1. Schneider and then Guerrero to follow. Yankees were down 2-1. They were down 6-1. They've rallied to take a 9-6 lead. Bullpen's been stellar. Shutout ball since the 4th inning. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss on a splitter from Bednar. 1-2 to Springer.
You know, so many people now throw that splitter. It was in fashion when Roger Craig introduced it out west, and it was out of fashion for a while, and now everyone is throwing it.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. David Bednar with another splitter strikes out Springer. 1 down here in the 9th. Third time Springer has K'd this evening. 1 away. And here's Nathan Lucas. Came in as a defensive replacement the last inning. So Lucas 1 for 2 with a strikeout against Bednar, left-hand hitter. 9-6 Yankees, 1 out, 9th inning. First pitch, swinging a foul to the left side, strike 1.
You got the combination of that 97-mile-an-hour fastball and then comes back with that splitter. Pretty tough.
Also has a good curve, too. It's got it all working. Here's the 0-1. Lucas, fastball almost hitting, turned him away. That got his attention. Made him uncomfortable, that's for sure. Going to dance out of that batter's box, shaking his head here. Yankees with a 9-6 lead, 47,399 on hand. Many on their feet right now. Here comes the 1-1 from Bednar. Pitch to Lucas. Dropped in a breaking ball for a strike. That curve at 78. 1-2 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Top 9.
What's great about he threw 5 pitches to get 2 outs in the last inning. He's at 11 now, so he's going to even be good for tomorrow if you need him.
1-2 pitch, way up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s on deck.
58 miles an hour.
Bednar leans in. He's got the signage ready. Here comes the 2-2 to Lucas, a left-hand hitter. And the pitch. He struck him out looking. A pitch on the outside corner. Lucas didn't like it. 2 down here in the 9th. And here comes Vladdy Jr. This will be their first time facing off. Guerrero going through his usual pre-at-bat routine. Threw something in the dirt, gets in the batter's box, and now he is ready. This big-time confrontation right here. First pitch to Vladdy. Down low, ball 1. Bednar, couple of strikeouts. He's faced 4 men and retired them all. He's behind Guerrero, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Next pitch down and away. Not happy with himself. Ball 2, that was in a left-hand hitter's box, 2-0. Paul Goldschmidt stepping in. A couple of words of encouragement to Bednar. 2 out, nobody on. Yankees lead 9-6, top of the 9th. They win, they stay alive in this division series. Breaking ball, no. Ball 3, started it at him and missed inside. Guerrero, 2 for 3 tonight. 8 for 12 in the series, 3-0. Fastball right over the plate. All right, here's a big pitch coming right now.
Yeah, this is called pitching very carefully. If you put them on, you put them on.
Outfield straight away and deep. Infield playing back. Here comes the 3-1 from Bednar with 2 out, nobody on. And the pitch from Bednar. Swing and a miss, Strike two. Getting ahead of myself. 3-2. The Yankees a strike away from putting this in the victory column and live for Game 4 tomorrow here at the stadium. The 3-2 to Guerrero. Swing and a foul ball off of Wells. Oh, boy. Guerrero took a healthy hack. Guerrero walks to the far left side of the batter's circle, holding the bat barrel side in his right hand. Now he's getting back into the box. Bednar leans in, glove on his left knee. 3-2 pitch coming here to Guerrero. Bednar kicks, steals, pitch. Ground ball hit left side. Diving play by Caballero. Gets up, throws. He got him! Victory for the New York Yankees. 9-6 final, and they stay alive in this division series. This series now stands at 2 games for Toronto, 1 for New York. We're back here tomorrow night. Great play by Caballero. That was outstanding. Let Mr. Sinatra sing. That's a great win. That is a great win. Down 2-1, down 6-1, and the guys come back to win it. They pecked away offensively, and a lot of credit to the bullpen. They held the Blue Jays over the last 6 innings to no runs on 3 hits. And how about this? During that span, no freebies, no walks. There were no errors. So we're talking a lot of good stuff by this Yankee ball club, bouncing back from being in an 0-2 hole and staring elimination right in their face. Yankees showed heart in tonight's win, you bet. Brought to you by Sorin Medical, helping to keep your heart healthy. And Suzyn's star of the game is sponsored by Total Orthopedics, the experts at getting you back at being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com. Boy, this is a happy Yankee Stadium, a happy Yankee Nation, to say the least. The series is now 2-1. Chance to even this bad boy up tomorrow. And Suzyn standing by with Big G.J. and Carlos Stanton.
Okay, David, I'm with Giancarlo Stanton. I got to ask you, they scored 2 runs in that first inning. You see that homer. What is the feeling on this bench?
We got to get going. There's no settling into this game. Obviously our backs against the wall, so we got to get going. They punched first. We showed incredible fight today and who we are.
And obviously, when you get that 1 run in the bottom of the first, is that sort of, okay, here we go?
Yeah, you need to swing some way. So, we got some guys on, and we're able to score in the first and chip away and come out big.
This team, even in the bad times, this team never gave up. It's something about this team that is very resilient.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. We could have rolled over and folded easily today, and we just showed who we are.
And what about for you with the RBI and the sac fly right there?
Yeah, anything to contribute. It's going to take all of us, and anything I can do.
Okay, there's been a narrative around here about you and Aaron Judge about not being able to hit big ones in the playoffs. Well, that changed tonight, particularly for the captain, Aaron Judge.
Oh yeah, whatever narrative we want, we did what we can to win tonight, and let the narratives be the narratives. We'll get tomorrow.
Okay, let's talk about that bullpen. Over 6 innings of scoreless ball, what they did tonight.
Awesome. Just what we needed. And yeah, they're ready too. So for them to keep their mindset going and understand that we're going to come back and be important to this win.
When you look at this guy, look at Bednar, how he's coming. A lot of these guys have never played in the playoffs before, and Bednar comes over here. It's like he's been doing it for 100 years.
Oh yeah, and it showed all year that he's ready for these type of moments, and he came up big for us tonight, 5 or 6 outs.
Giancarlo, as always, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Yep, sure, thank you.
All right,
okay, Dave, back up to you.
All right, Suzyn, thank you, number 27. To say the least, Aaron Judge, big night. We got a lot of stuff to talk about it. Manuel Barbari will have a great post-game show coming up shortly. Right now, we step aside for this break. Yankees win it 9-6 stay alive in this American League Division Series. Series now stands at 2-1 with Toronto in the lead and the Yankees with a chance to tie tomorrow. Take a break on WFAN, Yankees Radio, driven by Jeep. Well, tonight's attendance in this 9-6 Yankees stay alive win over Toronto, 47,399, brought to you by Audi. Experience the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. What a ball game. As I do a quick check in the box score, the Yankees kept George Springer in check. He went 0 for 5. Guerrero did his thing, of course, 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in, and Clement went 4 for 4. But everybody else was pretty much shut down, particularly after they scored all their runs in the first 3 innings. Final numbers: the Yankees won at 9-6, 12 hits, no errors, 8 left on. They were 6 for 12 runners in scoring position. Toronto, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 6 on and went 3 for 5 runners in scoring position. Tim Hill gets the win. He's 1-0. Vyland the loss, 0-1. Bednar's second save. Time of game, 3 hours and 29 minutes. And as we mentioned, 47,399, the attendance for tonight's tilt. So the Yankees stay alive. Series now at 2-1 Toronto. And the Yankees have a chance to tie this baby up tomorrow with the win with Cam Schlittler taking them out. It'll be a bullpen day for the Toronto Blue Jays. Final score, 9-6 Yankees. New York Yankees baseball is a production of WFAN in conjunction with the New York Yankees. Studio operations by Paul Rosenberg. Our producer-engineer in the booth is Matt Shortis. The executive producer is Dove Kramer. The coordinating producer is Aiden Janusis. And the production assistance by Rick Roush. The Verizon Yankees postgame show is next. For Suzyn Waldman, I'm Dave Sims, wishing you good night and thrilled to be joining you tomorrow night for Game 4 of this series. Once again, the final score, Yankees win it 9-6. Have a good night, everybody.
New York Yankees baseball was presented by Jeep. Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the luxurious all-electric Jeep Wagoneer S. Visit Jeep.com and see your local Jeep brand dealer for great deals. And also brought to you by Morningside Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Black Bear Meats and Cheeses, available exclusively at your local ShopRite. Roto-Rooter, leave plumbing to the pros at Roto-Rooter, your local tri-state area Audi dealer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. The New York Lottery. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Spectrum. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum. My computer career. Training for a better life. Guinness. It's a lovely day for a Guinness. Workman's Circle Multi-Care Center. ThriveWell Infusion. The official IV partner of Yankees Radio. And by DKNY. Synonymous with New York since 1989. Yankees postgame is next on WFAN Yankees Radio. The Yankees postgame show, powered by Verizon. For a limited time, get their best price ever. Drop into your local Verizon store today to learn more. Also brought to you by the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid, Provident Bank, commitment you can count on. Elect 825, building our future. The Chef IQ Sense. Buy yours today at chefiq.com. Orlin & Cohen Orthopedic Group. We've got specialists for that. Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa with over 80 locations. General Plumbing Supply. Trust the wheel experts. 877 Cars for Kids. That's cars with a K. To donate your car today. My Computer Career. Training for a better life. River Spring Living. Schedule a tour at riverspringliving.org today. And by Laborers Local 731. Feel the power.
A Yankee postseason classic. A magical storybook night in the Bronx. The Yankees stay alive. They force a Game 4 tomorrow night. This team best on the brink. Backs firmly against the wall. And tonight tested that like never before. And this team embodied it tonight like never before. The season on the line. You look up at 6-1 Toronto in the third. Aaron Judge said, follow me. His playoff moment, his signature postseason night. Game-tying 3-run shot off the foul pole in the fourth inning. Triple shy of the cycle. A run-saving sparkler out in right field. He had everything. The Yankee bullpen, dynamite, stabilized this game. The Blue Jays rattled, booted the ball as the Bronx roared and came to its feet. And Jazz Chisholm, he created some music with this crowd to go-ahead rocket in the 5th inning. Yankees added on. They never looked back, and they win an instant Yankee classic. 8 unanswered. 8 unanswered runs. They forced the game 4 tomorrow night. Cam Schlittler, a chance to send this series back to Toronto for Game 5. We welcome you into the Verizon Yankees postgame show. Emmanuel Berbari with you. The Yankees 9 and the Blue Jays 6. This Toronto team. And this gives some hope for tomorrow night, especially with Toronto blowing through the bullpen. The Yankees mounting this magical comeback. Toronto's showing they've never really experienced Yankee Stadium in the postseason. Mistake after mistake defensively. And the Yankees, like great teams do, made them pay for every mistake. Now, when Vladdy homers in the 1st inning, again, you look up in the 3rd inning, it's 6-1 Toronto, and Rodon's already out of the game. How could you fathom 8 unanswered runs? 8. The Blue Jays left the door open, looked rattled. You credit this amazing stadium crowd. And it was the Yankee captain, the MVP of the league, leading them back. Series can change on a dime. And this one of those moments. The Yankees have now won 11 of their last 14 postseason elimination games at home. And that spans back to 2017 when they erased that 0-2 deficit against Cleveland. When they did exactly what they're looking to do now. This result, this type of fortitude, this type of effort, anything's possible. And tonight about the team, but you got to headline that with Aaron Judge. Think you have the post game to make the post game? Hit us up on X, Instagram, and Facebook. WFAN 660, your take on all the action. Read the best post about tonight's game against Toronto, an epic one, and every game during Yankees post game on the Fan. Full Clubhouse reaction. We'll chat with Suzyn. We'll hear from Aaron Boone. We'll hear from the captain. You think he dreamt about a night like tonight in the postseason? One of the greats, one of the all-time greats, has his moment, his signature postseason night to force a Game 4. Relive all the key, powerful moments together on the Verizon Yankees postgame show. Yankees 9, the Blue Jays 6. The Yankees look to come back from the brink again. WFAN Yankees Radio.
You're listening to the American League Division Series on SiriusXM. Join us after the game on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89.
Well, 1st inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 17th career homer at Yankee Stadium. 3rd homer in 3 games this series. Same situation, it was 2-0 Toronto. An early homer in an elimination game, it would take some of that electricity out of the crowd. You wonder, how do you grab it back? Well, A, you got remarkable fight. And B, on this stage, with the Bronx buzzing, uncharacteristic Toronto mistakes tonight. The first one, bottom half of the 1st inning. Shea Bieber thought he was out of the inning. Aaron Judge, a 1-out single. More to come. With 2 out, Ben Rice grounded to second, booted by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That opened the door a crack for Giancarlo Stanton.
Here's the 1-2 from Bieber. Pitch. Swing on line drive into left field. Here comes Judge coming around 3rd. He'll score. Rice will hold at 2nd. RBI single. Giancarlo Stanton. The Yankees answer immediately. It's a 2-1 ball game. And a big door opener right there with the IKF error.
Making Toronto pay, part 1. A response, important response, and vibe check. The crowd back in the game. Rodon wiggled out of the 2nd. Bieber matched to 0. That allowed the Blue Jays, 2nd time through the order, do what they do. Put the ball in play, make you make a play, take the extra 90 feet, and put the Yankee season in jeopardy. Top of the 3rd, 4 runs on 4 hits. Rodon didn't have it. Varsho, Clement, Santander, all run scoring base hits. On the Varsho ball, Bellinger nearly a 5-star play in left field. A throw back to the infield, Jazz may have had a play if he makes that throw immediately from second. The Santander hit, that was the final punch. Knocked Rodon out of the game and tied a season high for Rodon, 6 earned. But the Yankees, backs firmly up against the wall. They've embraced it all year. Never like tonight. Fernando Cruz cleaned up for Rodon, and the Yankees responding. Not folding, answering each Blue Jay barrage early. In bottom 3, Trent Grisham the leadoff double. And Aaron Judge, just the start of a sensational night.
Nobody out, runner at third, pitch. Swing on line, drive down the left field line. That'll work. Base hit. And it bounces off the screen. Throw to second. Judge got to hurry. Slides in safely. Back-to-back doubles. 6-2 lead now for Toronto as the captain comes up with an RBI, and he's 2 for 2 tonight.
And doing what he's done all postseason, but more magic with an exclamation mark still to come. Cody Bellinger dunked a base hit left center field. First and third, nobody out. That's when Judge on the contact play, the Rice grounder to first, he got hung up. Bellinger all the way to third, though, on that play. So with one out, Giancarlo Stanton, deep sac fly to center. Testing the limits at Yankee Stadium. 6-3 Toronto. Just chip away. Jazz's walk ended Bieber's truncated night. Tying run at the plate, the lefty Mason Fluharty jogged in. And Ahmed Rosario, pinch hitting for McMahon, it popped up. Suddenly, you look, Blue Jays are into a bullpen game. They'd planned that for tomorrow, a possible game 4. That left them vulnerable, even though the Yankees were still down 3. Fernando Cruz, Camilo Doval, continuing to stabilize out of that bullpen, top of the 4th. And speaking of Toronto mistakes, part 2, supplying life. Bottom 4, 1 out, Austin Wells a pop to third. Addison Barger ranging back near the line, dropped the ball. Wells hustling to second, heads up. And from that point, Mason Fluharty, he was like hyperventilating out there. No command. He walks Grisham, and that brings the tying run to the plate in the form of the captain. So John Schneider goes to Louis Varland that early in the game. The crowd electric. You know, Judge having a terrific postseason already, but looking for his moment, his signature playoff moment, his electrifying, game-changing moment. How about 100 inside for our electrifying drive of the game?
Here's the pitch. High fly ball, deep left field. Down the left field line, it is off the fair pole. Hey now, hey now, hey now. 3-run homer, Aaron Judge. This game is tied at 6-6.
This place has waited for this whole time. This year, last year, year before.
Ask for it, you got it. Magical moment for the MVP. And our electrifying drive of the game brought to you by Audi. Experience a fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron at your local tri-state Audi dealer today. So from 6-1 down, tied in an elimination game. Ernie Clement, 1-out double off Doval, top of the 5th. But the captain, right after he tied the game, keeping the game tied.
Next pitch, line drive, right field. Here comes Judge. Here comes Judge. Sliding catch. He makes the catch. Have a night, big fella. 2 down.
Not only kept the game tied, allowed Tim Hill to come in, enter for Addison Barger, and bury him. Defensive play of the game sponsored by Teddy's Team. Defend against stroke by knowing the warning signs. Visit Teddy's Team. That's Teddy's with 1D. Teddy'sTeam.org to learn more. So the king, Aaron Judge, keeping it square. The Prince, Jazz Chisholm Jr., next inning, untying it.
And the pitch to Jazz. Swing on a deep drive. Right field. That ball is gone. 7-6. Yankees bottom 5. Hey now.
Second deck for Jazz Chisholm. First homer this postseason. He's been waiting for this moment.
And that was the game winner. Santander and right. He may as well have frozen in time. No doubter. 6 unanswered runs at that stage. Down 6-1 in the third. Playing for your season. Rodon knocked out by that third inning. The fight from this Yankee team. Braden Fisher came in. Met by Ahmed Rosario. 1 out double. And with 2 out, Austin Wells.
1-2 to Wells. A pitch. Swing on, hit to the right side. Past Guerrero. Here comes Rosario. The throw from left right field to Santander. Not close. Throw to second. Wells slides in safely. Oh, they throw him out. It looked like he was in there safely. It was a late call by Dan Bellino. The good news, the run scored before that out.
An Olay from Vladdy on that Wells rocket. Blue Jays not their crisp selves tonight in this rattled environment. 10th man in the lineup. 47,399. Credit them. Toronto letting this lead slip away and the Yankees taking advantage at every turn. And that all continued after Tim Hill, nails tonight, Tim Hill, fired a scoreless 6th inning. Bottom 6, a lefty, Brendan Little. 1 out, of course you intentionally walk Aaron Judge during his magical night. Cody Bellinger lined out to right. Santander, he stood still, then lunged forward. Ball past him. That created second and third, a Rice sacrifice fly, 9-6 Yankee lead, 8 unanswered runs, and again, taking advantage. Countless Toronto mistakes. But that's the beauty of the Bronx crowd and that 10th man in the lineup and this bullpen running through the tape. After Hill, how about Devin Williams? 4 huge outs. Domination, a continuation. Handing it over to David Bednar for a 5-out save. Capped in fitting fashion with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., how the night started. His 2-run shot. Vladdy bidding for his 9th hit of the series.
Bednar kicks, steals, pits. Ground ball hit left side. Diving play by Caballero. Gets up, throws. He got him! Victory for the New York Yankees. 9-6 final, and they stay alive in this division series. This series now stands at 2 games for Toronto, 1 for New York. We're back here tomorrow night.
Completing a Yankee playoff classic. 8 unanswered. 6-1 down. 9-6 the final score. And for all the contributions up and down the lineup and the bullpen, plenty of heroes. The hero, the captain, Aaron Judge. Yankees Rewind, catch segment on demand on the free Odyssey app anytime. Right alongside our stationwide Yankees coverage from our flagship, WFAN. Coming up, the Clubhouse Report with Suzyn on the Verizon Yankees postgame show. Yankees still alive. WFAN, Yankees Radio. 8 unanswered runs. Yankees on the brink of elimination. They rally to beat the Blue Jays 9-6 the final. And they force a Game 4 tomorrow night. We chat with Suzyn on the Clubhouse Report. Brought to you by the New York Lottery. Play the new scratch-off games for your chance to win. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Suzyn, that was one special night for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, it really was. And Boone talking about this whole night, saying the whole thing was awesome, and they keep you just keep your nose down and keep going and compete. He was talking about the swing. Now, look at that pitch. He's throwing 99 up and in. Now, Boone compared it. He said, 2 guys that I know can do that, Edgar and Manny. And that's, Edgar Martinez and Manny Ramirez, for those who don't know who I'm talking about. That's really hard to hit that and hit that far and have it. He knew that the ball he thought would hold because he had a great angle on it. And he hit it so hard that he didn't think it was going to go foul. He thought it was going to be fair the whole time. Jazz Chisholm said, yeah, well, I was just worried that the ball was going to go over the foul pole and the umpire would miss it again.
Shades of Tampa.
Shades of Tampa. That was Jazz said. Just a great night for Aaron Judge. And you know what? You heard Stanton tell me about, you know what, no matter what the narrative is, we know who he is. And Ryan McMahon also talking about how everybody is so happy for him about this because, you know, he everything he does is for this team. And he said, when you need him to do something like that, he does. And he said, well, we were down 2-1. We were all, I'll use a nicer word. We were all really upset. He used a different word. And we said that we knew that this is Ryan McMahon, we knew that we needed this today. Tomorrow we'll need that one too. But everybody wanted to talk about Judge and the bullpen. This bullpen, what is it, 6 2/3 innings that they pitched out there? They were also very efficient. Nobody had long innings. So I think you're okay tomorrow. I mean, that's the whole thing about that and what this bullpen did. Rodon talking about, you know, I was trying to get them to swing and miss, but it's tough to get this team to swing and miss because they don't. He didn't want to talk more about it, you know, didn't have a lot to say about himself. He knows what he did. But he said the bullpen, 6 2/3 inning, was great. And we asked Rodon what he was feeling when he saw Judge's ball go up in the air, and he said, I was yelling at the ball. I was yelling, stay fair, stay fair, stay fair. And it did. Tim Hill talking about this bullpen, he said that was just awesome for what we did. And, you know, and he said this is led by our captain. They love this guy. I mean, it's just they led by our captain, and we're all so happy for him. He said his heart was pounding out of his chest when he saw that ball go up in the air like that. He said everyone was so excited. He also wanted to talk about Devin Williams, who he said has been amazing. This is Tim Hill calling. He said even when I knew he had great stuff, even when he was having all his problems, and it was great to see him do that tonight. One of the other things that Boone was talking about Judge, he said he handles it all so well. He said we're all like very happy for him. And when you consider what he did, tonight was a show of the best player in baseball with the defense, with the rundown to get the runner in scoring positions at third base so that the sacrifice fly would score him. He was the whole package tonight. And just think about it, what he did, Aaron Judge. He handles it all so well, and he had this night. It wasn't just the offense. It was everything he did.
It was everything. I was just thinking about that. He ties the game. Next half inning, he saves the tie game.
Yes, he does.
If that ball falls, the Blue Jays have the lead.
Yes, he does. And the rundown really, really smart so that Bellinger could get to third base there so he can score on the sacrifice. It was just an all-around night. It was just an amazing night for him. Boone also talking about the bullpen was awesome. No one was overly taxed. He thought Camilo, and now you're seeing why they I think everyone was a little worried for a while. Now you're seeing what he did with the Giants and why Brian Cashman wanted him. They figured it out, and he's figured everything out. And he said there are, he was just great, actually.
Those outs from him and Cruz and Hill and Devin Williams, to think about where he was and now middle of lineups in a playoff game like this, it's really remarkable.
And he had the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, right?
He did.
Yeah, and just think when they were trying to wean him back into this role, he had the bottom of the order against righties all the time, and then it moved up, and now he's right where he should be, and it's fine for him right there. And Bednar's terrific.
It really is.
He's just nothing bothers him.
Yep.
I mean, nothing, that's what I talked about it on the air. Isaiah Kind-Falefa talking to me about him. He's played with him for 2 years in Pittsburgh. And he said he's so strong. He said, I couldn't, it's hard. He went out there and he had a bad stretch. They sent him down. He wasn't getting anybody out. In his hometown, he's getting booed. Every time he gets out, every time they mention his name, every time he went out there, he was getting booed. And he just took it and went right through it and turned it around. And, now he gets to be here.
Oh, it's an incredible story. I do love what Stanton told you about. This is who we are, what they've done all year. They really never give up this team.
No, they really don't. And I wondered I was wondering when they got the one, do they say, okay, I mean, we just keep going. And it was pretty much like that. But they've been like that all year. We have our own narratives too, because but they just seem to take it all in stride.
Yeah, they just keep moving to the next play, to the next pitch. And when you look at this Toronto team, this was very uncharacteristic, some of the mistakes they made tonight.
And defensively, this is a really good defensive team. They don't make mistakes like this. And it's going to be very interesting, and I'm going to be fascinated to see what they're going to do, because they had announced they're going to have a bullpen game. I guess they didn't use Lauer today, right? He's sometimes been an opener. So I don't know. They don't know. Aaron Boone said because they don't know, they're not going to know who they're going to use. I mean, obviously the Blue Jays are going to tell them. So what he also said about the lineup is like, how do you go around about putting a lineup together if you have no idea who's actually going to pitch? And he said, well, what we're going to do is make it as balanced as possible. You'll probably go with a balanced lineup all the way down.
Gotcha. So we'll see a lot of right, left for some unpredictability.
He can do that.
Right.
I mean, that's, he does that a lot, and he loves to do that. He loves to go lefty, righty, or righty, lefty. Although, well, if he starts with Grisham, who knows? I mean, they're not even saying who's going to start.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do, and the legend of Cam Schlittler can grow a little bit more.
Isn't
tomorrow.
that something?
It really
that
is.
These kids are. And I was just talking to a couple of people in there. John Schneider talking yesterday or day before, whenever we were in Toronto, 2 days ago, about this young group of kids that are coming up now. Schlittler, and we saw Savage, and you talk to Savage, he's like talking to a grown up. I mean, is doesn't sound like a rookie. There's nothing about him that sounds like a rookie. Connolly Early for the Red Sox, 22 years old. It doesn't sound like a rookie. Nothing about him. And John Schneider talking about how this has changed so much, even in the last 5 years. And, he was in the minor leagues as a manager for a long time down there. And he said it's just different. They come up with this confidence that we never had and young people never had coming up, and it's because the different machines and the different things and what they do, and everything is they talk about not just pitch selection, it's pitch shape and all the things that they do, and it's amazing the difference. And you look at it, and you got what is Cam 24, and Savage is 22,
right?
I mean but they both talk like they're veterans. They really do.
Yeah, it's remarkable. What did Schlittler say pregame? Oh, it'd be really cool to pitch in an elimination
he said
game.
this will be really cool.
It's amazing. It's really cool. Go out there and do.
Well, they're not scared. They are comfortable, and of course, Aaron Boone said to me once, if I had that stuff, I wouldn't be scared either. He throws 100 at worst. He throws 100 at the letters and 100 at the knees.
Yeah, the floor is very high.
The floor, that's Aaron Boone saying. The floor is very high.
The floor is very high, so it'll be exciting tomorrow night. This was quite a night, Suzyn.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
It really was, and hopefully they'll have another one. Listen, this is not over. One loss and it's over.
Right.
But they're hoping they're saying they're going to get back to Toronto, and you have to have that kind of feeling.
Yeah, very, very confident in there. Suzyn, appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Manuel.
Suzyn's Clubhouse Report, 9-6, the final score. What a night. The Yankees, 8 unanswered runs. It was 6-1 in the third inning. Rodon was out of the game. And the Yankees flipped that script and then some. Hear from the manager, Aaron Boone, coming up, and the captain, Aaron Judge. His postseason storybook night on the Verizon Yankees postgame show, WFAN, Yankees Radio. And telling Suzyn on the field, this is who we are. This team best with their backs against the wall. But that was tested tonight in a different way. Elimination game, down 2-0 in this best of 5. Playing for your season, down 6-1 by the third inning. Yankees come all the way back, 8 unanswered runs behind our player of the game, Aaron Judge. Presented by Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. Visit collarsandco.com. The electrifying, game-tying 3-run home run in the fourth off the foul pole, but also 3 hits, 4 times on base, 3 runs scored, a defensive run saver, an incredible base running play. Best player in baseball showing out with the season on the line. Mexican Game Time brought to you by Nielsen Dodge for the best selection of Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Visit NielsenDodge.com and save today. The Nielsen way. Next game, tomorrow night. Cam Schlittler takes them out. Yankees looking to send this series back to Toronto for a deciding Game 5. Hour earlier start. 7:08 first pitch. On the air at 6:25 with our pregame coverage. Until then, for our producer, engineer in the booth, Matt Shortis, studio producers Paulie Rosenberg, Michael Fliegelman, and for Suzyn Waldman and Dave Sims, Emmanuel Berbari saying so long. Once again, the final score. Yankees 9 and the Blue Jays 6 on WFAN. Yankees Radio. Have a good one.
This has been the Yankees postgame show, powered by Verizon. For a limited time, get their best price ever. Drop into your local Verizon store today to learn more. Also brought to you by Peerless Boilers. Visit peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. London menswear brand Charles Tirrett. They make it easy for men to dress well. Corona, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball. The Mazda CX-50 Hybrid. My computer career. Training for a better life. Veg ER for pets. Official emergency veterinarian group of Yankees Radio. And by Care Right Centers. We start where others stop. This is WFAN Yankees Radio.